Hope you're having a good, decent week so far. It's international break, which I'm never a fan of, to be honest. I do get people's points, by the way. A lot of people commented on my last video and said, well, actually, the international break is very useful for West Ham. We've got a few injury issues and, well, not so much injury issues, but a little bit of a few sore players, I say, after those 4 games, after the effort they put in, and a few have come out with a couple of knocks, etc. So we're going to talk about that in a second, actually. Next director employee, and also gives Nuno a bit more time on the training ground, especially with the likes of Max Kilman, Tadibo staying behind at Rush Green, not going away from international duty will be really good. I think I don't get me wrong, I get the benefits of it. My point is like, when you're winning, you just want to keep playing. Do you know what I mean? You don't really want it to stop. So that's what I meant by that. But yeah, I do understand as well the benefits, of course, of having a bit of a breather from football. And to be honest, it hasn't been the easiest of seasons for us at all at the moment. But it's nice to be feeling a bit more buoyant and a bit more optimistic about things, which I think's kind of what I talk about in this video. Actually, I want to talk about ownership a little bit because that seems to be a topic. It seems to be something that's growing, it's bubbling away, and it's coming from all angles. There's a lot of suggestions of what could be happening, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult to pinpoint where things actually are at the moment. There's obviously various rumours, different things I hear all the time. Trip Smith being one that apparently has been in and around the club quite a bit recently, more than he usually is. There's talk that he's possibly showing people around and all that kind of stuff. Rumours of Karen Brady, that seems to be doing the rounds now. Karen Brady is going to be leaving the club at some point soon, and whether it'll be resignation or being sacked, or is it David Sullivan selling? There's all these things going on at the moment, and it's building. It does feel like something's going on at West Ham, doesn't it? At the moment, as a fan, I don't know how you're feeling exactly, but I'm certainly feeling like this is a big time for the club. This period of time feels quite significant, like we're coming to something, because on the pitch, although it's been very, very difficult of late and a tough, horrible start to a season, and we are, not where we want to be. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like we possibly have a manager, that could be a really good fit for West Ham, sort of in a longer term sense. And when I talk longer term, I'm not talking, he's going to be the next manager for West Ham next 10 years. I'm not talking about that, but just like maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Do you know what I mean? I get that feeling that we've possibly got a bit of a period coming here with and I hope that is the case. I hope, I'm possibly, I want it beyond if it goes well. But my point is, it's like, it would be nice to have a bit of a sustained period of something at the moment, because what we've had, let's be honest, since the Cups win, even that season included, really, I think West Ham have been in decline. It feels like we've just been falling further and further away. And I don't know, I'm starting to get the feeling that possibly that's going to shift, hopefully, in a different direction. I really hope that is the case. But I also do get a feeling that something's happening with this ownership. I do think that these protests and the fact it's not going away, and I think the way that we're handling it as a fan base as well, and the media attention it's getting and things like that, and I just get the impression that things are changing at West Ham. We are possibly in a period now of transition, and it's hard to say where it is. Now, I would love to be talking about David Sullivan leaving West Ham and selling the club, new ownership. That's what I want to really be talking about. That's what I want to be happening. I'm struggling to feel it just yet. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to get too optimistic yet. I don't want to be too excited at anything yet, because I don't think there's enough there. The update from ex-director employee, which was earlier today on the subject, to be honest, was centered more around David Gold's shares rather than Karen Brady leaving, Sullivan leaving, club up for sale. So I'm starting to feel a little bit, after hearing that maybe that's what's going on at the moment. That's what this rumbling is at the moment, that maybe that there's going to be a new shareholder at West Ham. I don't know. I maybe there is more to it, and I hope there's more to this, because that wouldn't be enough for me and anyone really. We know what we want. We know who we want to leave, and whether it be by selling the football club or by standing down as chairman and resigning of their role and then hiring people, that might have to be the compromise. Look, it's that, you know, that changes what we want at West Ham. But you know, I think from what we've got, the updates at the moment, from what I'm hearing at the moment, just at the moment, it feels a little bit more like it's likely more David Gold side of things. Look, that could lead to more things we don't know, but let's wait and see. But the update basically from X earlier was suggesting that David Gold shares are for sale. The Gold family want to sell them. That they are in process of that could be happening soon, which is interesting in itself. I think it adds a slight level of excitement in a sense, because you think, okay, who is this person? Is it someone that's going to be coming into the club that's going to be with the view of taking over the club eventually, or that's the plan? It's going to buy them, then buy them out. I don't know. It's hard to say, but yeah, I think that's my feeling on it at the moment. That's kind of where my mind is at right as of now. You know, it feels a bit, things could change quite quickly, but I really, you know, I just, like everyone, I desperately want to see change at West Ham. I want to see the back of David Sullivan. I want to see the back of Karen Brady. They've been at their way at their welcome at West Ham, let's be honest. And it's time for change. We know that, but it's hard to get. I don't want to start getting too excited about something that's not there and it's not real. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel right at the right time for me. I don't want to go down that path at the moment. But look, let's wait and see. Let's hope that things do develop. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I've got some updates as well from X in terms of transfer stuff. I'm going to save that for tomorrow, tomorrow's video, because to be honest, content's a little bit light at the moment. No football. No, well, there's football, but not West Ham at least anyway. So yeah, I'll do a bit more on that. There's been a couple of updates as well, by the way. I want to quickly mention, which I think was good news in terms of Freddie Potts. Freddie Potts just suffered dead leg in the game at the weekend against Burnley. I know there's concerns it might be anything more serious. It's not a dead leg. He should be fine and be back fit for a Bournemouth game, which is excellent news. Another little bit I want to quickly touch on, I'll elaborate a little bit more tomorrow, I think, in terms of transfer stuff, is Nicholas Fulkrug. So Nicholas Fulkrug has been given the green light by West Ham to depart. We are happy for him to leave. However, West Ham are being tough, and rightly bloody so when it comes to him, in that he will not be allowed to just leave on a cheap. We're not going to be mugged off. He's not going to be able to go out on loan, and West Ham are going to be paying, 60, 70 grand a week while he's playing in Germany just so he can get his football under his belt and play for his national, his nation, whatever. No, and rightly so. That's not fair. And I'm sick and tired of this sort of crap happening. End of the day, he came here, signed a contract, and wanted to play for West Ham. So I'm not going to, don't think getting the violin out is not appropriate really for Fulkrug. Don't get me wrong, I think he comes across like a real decent bloke. I'm sure he's like a good character, and it's a shame it hasn't worked out. But it hasn't worked out. But I just don't want West Ham to feel like we're being mugged off and being pushed into a situation here. I think West Ham are playing hardball. So it looks like there is interest elsewhere. German clubs, I think AC Milan are interested at the moment in terms of loans in January. And I think West Ham are going to be looking West Ham will be looking in January. There's no two ways about that. But I think there's a few players that are kind of been thrown around a little bit early at the moment, but we'll talk about them a little bit more tomorrow. Yeah, so look, that's where I'm at the moment. Appreciate all your kind words, by the way, about my hand. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I've got a bit of a stitch situation going on there. Well, it's not a stitch, like one of those butterfly plaster things. Avocados, risky business. Yeah, so I appreciate all the guys' kind comments I've had regarding that, etc. It's great to see everyone at the protest as well, which is it's been a good time recently. So let's hope that this momentum keeps going with West Ham. Yeah, and I'll talk about some other bits tomorrow as well in terms of protest stuff and all that kind of bits and pieces. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on that tomorrow on tomorrow's video, but I'll do a proper transfer update and then we'll talk about other subjects as the week goes on. But look, have a nice evening, whatever you're up to, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Come on, you irons.